Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. My name is Hamid Agrawal and I am a foundation level student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. Today my topic is Maya. Let's start.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello Maya, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's on your mind?
Okay, my first question is what does the Farsi Bible mean?
Wait, I'm not sure I caught that. Did you mean something about a fast or buying something? Try that one more time for me.
Okay, my next question is where did the word goodbye originate from?
Oh, that's a classic. It actually comes from the phrase God be with ye, which people used back in the 14th century. Over time, it just got squashed together into goodbye. Pretty cool how a blessing basically turned into a standard exit line, right?
Okay, my next question is bye bye a formal or informal expression?
Definitely informal. It's the kind of thing you toss out to a friend or a sibling, not something you'd typically use to end a meeting with your boss.
Okay, my next question where do people use bye bye instead of goodbye?
Usually with people they're really close to. It's got a much softer, more affectionate feel to it. You'll hear it a lot with kids or when someone's being extra sweet. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question is what emotions can bye bye? Sorry,
I
in
think
which countries is bye commonly used?
actually, let me double check that for you. It's a huge staple in Western countries like the US, Canada, and the UK. You'll also find it popping up a lot among young people in India. Interestingly, some other languages do the same thing by doubling the word, like ciao ciao in Italy or ciao ciao in Portuguese.
Okay, my next question is what emotion can bye bye express?
It really depends on the tone. It can feel warm and affectionate, like when you're waving to a kid, but it can also be a bit dismissive if someone's just trying to end a conversation quickly. I've noticed it usually carries a lighter, more playful energy than a formal goodbye.
Okay, my next question is how old is the word goodbye?
If we're talking about the phrase itself, it's been around since the 14th century. It's basically evolved over hundreds of years from that original blessing I mentioned earlier.
Okay, my next question is where goodbye originally religious Farsi.
Yeah, it definitely was. Since it started as God be with ye, it was basically a prayer for the other person's safety and well being. It's wild how something that started as a deeply religious sentiment became something we say every day without even thinking about it.
Okay, my next question is how did God be with ye become goodbye?
It was a slow burn over a few centuries. People started contracting the words to make them faster to say God be with ye became God by. And eventually the God part shifted to good because good morning and good night were already common ways to wish people well. It basically just blended in with the other greetings.
Okay, my next question is where do words change over time?
Everywhere, honestly. Like it's just the nature of language. It's always shifting to fit how we actually speak and think. Most of the time, it happens because we're lazy and look for the shortest path to get a point across, or because a new technology comes along and changes the way we communicate.
Okay, my next question is what is the legendary process behind shortening processes?
It's basically an evolutionary process called contraction. In linguistics, we tend to shave off sounds that are harder to say or redundant. It's like how do not becomes don't. We're just streamlining the language for efficiency. It's almost like a mental shortcut to keep the conversation moving.
Okay, my next question is by a shortened version of goodbye.
If you're asking if bye is a shortened version of a word, then yeah, exactly. It's just the stripped down version of goodbye.
Okay, my next question is when did people start using only by?
It's hard to pin down a specific date. Since it evolved gradually from goodbye, it likely happened over a few centuries as the language became more informal. It's definitely a result of that streamlining process we were just talking about.
Okay, my next question is where is repetition used in bye bye?
That's mostly about emotional if emotional emphasis. By doubling the word, it adds a layer of warmth or playfulness that a single by just doesn't have. It's like the difference between a nod and a wave.
Okay, my next question is bye bye mostly used with children?
It's a lot softer and more rhythmic. Children are more responsive to that kind of melodic, repetitive sound. It's soothing and easy for them to grasp. Plus, it just matches the simple, sweet energy of talking to a kid.
Okay, my next question is can adults use bye bye in conversations?
Absolutely. They definitely can, though it usually signals a specific kind of relationship. If two adults are using it, they're likely very close. Think partners or best friends, or they're being intentionally cute or playful with each other.
Okay, my next question is what tune does bye bye create?
Creates a very light, airy feel. It's usually upbeat and friendly, almost like a little musical cadence. Doesn't have the weight or finality that standard goodbye does.
Okay, my next question is bye bye considered friendly?
Oh, for sure. It's one of the friendliest ways to wrap up a conversation. It takes all the formality out of the room and just leaves a sense of warmth.
Okay, my next question is how does body language affect saying goodbye?
It changes everything. It's the difference between a warm wave and a quick turn of the shoulder. A smile can make a goodbye feel like, I'll miss you, while avoiding eye contact can make it feel like, I'm glad this is over.
Okay, my next question is what are some other ways to say goodbye?
There are a ton of ways to do it. You've got the classic, see you later, or take care, which are a bit more thoughtful. Then you have the super casual stuff like catch you later or peace out, depending on who you're talking to. Which one's your go to?
Okay, my next question is how do different cultures say goodbye?
It's a whole world of variety. In Japan, you'll see a lot of bowing, which adds this layer of deep respect. In many Arabic speaking cultures, they use phrases that basically wish peace upon you. And then you have places like France where la bise, those little cheek kisses, are a huge part of the exit. It really shows how different cultures prioritize different things like respect, peace, or intimacy.
Okay, my next question is what is the difference between bye and farewell?
I think you mean farewell. It's mostly about the weight of the word. Bye's quick, casual, happens every day. Farewell is much more dramatic. It feels permanent, like someone is leaving for a long time or you're closing a chapter of your life. You don't really say farewell to your coworker on a Friday afternoon.
Okay, my next question is why are greeting and farewells important?
I'm assuming you mean greetings and farewells. They're huge. They're like the bookends of a conversation. A good greeting sets the tone and makes someone feel welcome, and a proper farewell leaves things on a positive note. Without them, conversations would feel abrupt, almost robotic.
Okay, my next question is how does language reflect the human relationship?
It's like a mirror. The more intimate the relationship, the more the language tends to strip away the formalities. We move from hello to hi to just a nod, or we develop these little inside jokes and nicknames that only the two of us understand. It basically maps out exactly how comfortable we are with each other.
Okay, my next question is why do humans create polite expression?
Hmm. I'm guessing you mean polite expressions. It's basically a social lubricant. We create those norms to navigate the world without rubbing people the wrong way. It's a way to show respect and acknowledge the other person's humanity before we dive into what we actually want from them.
Okay, my next question is bye bye universal.
Not entirely. Well, it's super common in a lot of places. Not every language has a direct equivalent that sounds like bye bye. Some cultures use entirely different concepts for leaving, like wishing someone a safe journey or focusing on the idea of returning. It's more of a global trend thanks to English, but definitely not universal.
Okay, my next question is how do children learn about good body expression?
Mostly through a mix of imitation and trial and error. They watch how their parents or teachers say things, and then they try it out to see what happens. If they say something politely and get a smile back, they're more likely to do it again. It's basically just a long game of social observation.
Okay, my next question is what role does reaction play in language learning?
It's the ultimate feedback loop. When a child says something and sees a parent beam with pride or a friend giggle, it's like a green light that says, this works. If they get a blank stare or a frown, they pivot. It's how we figure out the subtext and the unwritten rules of talking to people.
Okay, my next question is bye bye easier to pronounce than goodbye?
I'm not entirely sure I follow. Are you asking if bye bye is more accurate or common than goodbye?
Okay, my next question where do some words disappear over time?
Absolutely. They do. Sometimes words just fade away because they aren't useful anymore, or their meaning shifts so much that the original version doesn't make sense to us. It's like a natural pruning process for language.
Okay, my next question is where do some words disappear over time?
Usually because they just stop being useful. If a word describes a tool or a custom that nobody uses anymore, we just stop saying it. Other times, a new word comes along that's just easier, cooler, and the old one gets pushed to the sidelines until it's only found in old books.
Okay, my next question is what make creative and Farsi popular?
I'm thinking you mean polite expressions again. They become popular because they make life easier. It's a lot smoother to navigate a room when everyone's using a shared code of kindness and respect. It basically lowers the tension and makes people more open to connecting.
Okay, my next question what make creative and Farsi popular?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble with that one. Are you asking what makes a creator popular or maybe something else about how people become well known?
Okay, my next question how has social media influenced farewells?
It's completely changed the game. We've gone from long, thoughtful farewells to a quick emoji or just disappearing from a chat. It's made everything way more instant, but we've lost a lot of that nonverbal nuance, like the tone of a voice or a wave. Do you think it's made us lazier with how we talk?
Okay, my next question is do people say
I'm
bye bye
listening.
in the in text message?
Yeah, all the time. But it's usually reserved for people they're really close with, like a partner or a family member. In a text, bye bye feels a lot softer and sweeter than just a bye or burr. It's like adding a little digital hug to the end of the conversation.
Okay, my next question is what emojis are often used with the bye bye?
Usually the ones that feel a bit cute or warm. Think waving hands, a smiling face with smiling eyes, or even a heart. It's all about keeping that soft, affectionate energy going, even when you can't see each other.
Okay, my next question is how do movies influence language trends?
I'm a little lost on that one. Are you asking about how to say goodbye in French, or maybe something about how people actually act on trains in France?
Okay, my next question is has bye bye appeared in famous songs?
I'm not sure if there's one specific infamous song, but there are a few massive ones, like Bye 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 by NSYNC, which is a total pop staple, or Bye Bye Love by the Everly Brothers. It's funny how those phrases just stick in our heads through music.
Okay, my next question is where do people wave while you saying goodbye?
I'm guessing you're asking where people typically say goodbye? Everywhere, really. From the office to a coffee shop or even just hanging up a phone call. It's usually any point where two people are physically or digitally separating.
Okay, my next question is where do people wave? Oh, sorry, in waving in universal gesture.
Pretty much everywhere on campus. So you'll see it in the hallways, at the library, or when people are leaving a lecture. It's a quick way to acknowledge someone without having to stop the whole flow of traffic in a crowded corridor.
Okay, my next question is what culture tradition extra for farewells?
I'm assuming you mean farewells again. It varies wildly. In some places, it's about deep respect, like the bowing in Japan. In others, it's more about warmth and physical connection, like the cheek kisses in France. Some cultures even have traditions where the farewell isn't just a word, but a specific ritual, like sharing a final meal or a gift to ensure the person has a safe journey.
Okay, my next question is what culture tradition extra for or farewell?
I'm a little confused by that one. You asking about which culture I'm from, or maybe how different cultures view the world?
Okay, my next question is how do emotional goodbye affect people?
They can be incredibly heavy. It can feel like a physical weight in your chest when you're saying goodbye to someone you truly love, but it's also a way of honoring the relationship. Sadness usually just proves how much that person means to you. Have you ever had a goodbye that felt that way?
Okay, my next question is where are some goodbye difficult?
I'm guessing you're asking where they happen? Everywhere. At airports, train stations, the front door of a house, or even just a quick wave across a parking lot. Basically anywhere two people are parting ways.
Okay, my next question is can saying goodbye strengthen a relationship?
Surprisingly, yeah, it can. It adds a sense of closure and value to the time you just spent together. When you take a moment to say a real thoughtful goodbye, it's basically telling the other person, I enjoyed this and I'm looking forward to the next time. It turns a random ending into a meaningful connection.
Okay, my next question is what is the biology behind free wills?
I'm assuming you mean farewells again. Um, Biologically, it's all about how our brains handle attachment and separation. When we say a meaningful goodbye, it can trigger a release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which helps us feel connected even as we part. But if the goodbye is sad or sudden, it can trigger a stress response, releasing cortisol, which is why you might feel that actual physical ache in your chest or a pit in your stomach.
Okay, Maya, मैं the last advice the my viewers.
I'm ready. What's the final piece of wisdom you want to leave them with?
Okay, so anyway, this is
I'm
my
all ears.
माया
Still there?
उम्मीद करता हूँ पसंद आएगा। मिलता
You've
हूँ
got
आपके साथ, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़। पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।